Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this NIGHTBIRD video. I wouldn't bring this to you, I wouldn't upload this if there wasn't something I thought was really good. And actually we've got 3 things that I think are really good. We've got one thing that I think is fun, but I'm not sure. And then we've got lots of thoughts and theories, right? Some really good thoughts and theories, but we got so much to talk about. We need to get straight into this. So this is Jorge Hamilton says, look at what I found in this video from the King of the Ring QR codes. I slowed down the video, turned up the brightness. I've come across what I think looks like the bride's face. Now, I can't say it's the bride, but what I can say is, dude, this is an amazing discovery, right? I think this is brilliant because this is clearly a figure, clearly a person that is hidden during this moment, during this screen. So it's right before we've even gone to, we think, Nikki Cross's place, right? It's whilst we're still like dialing in. The frustrating thing is I can't tell you who this is. And I can't tell you why we're being shown it. And I don't know what we're meant to take away from it, other than there is a hidden figure at the start of this video. I'm going to show it you. I think you can make the details and the features out not too bad, actually, but not enough to be able to go, that is such and such. So I can't go as far as to say it's the bride, but I really like it, and I know you want to see it, so let's get to it, right? We'll make the video a bit bigger. So this is it here. We're looking in this area. This will get made bigger, right? We're looking in this area over here. Like, already you can sort of see some movement. That's the head. Here's the body. We zoom into it. Do you know, this reminds me a lot, right? A lot of, I don't know if you've seen Star Wars, but Han Solo, when he gets, like, frozen. It reminds me of that because you can't make out the color or anything, but you can sort of make out the indentations, if you will. I mean, that is the nose, there is the mouth, these are the eyes. So this is the head about here. Then you've got the shoulders kind of coming down here. And when they move, you can really see the movement, right? They lean over. So there, I mean, look at that kind of coming forwards. That looks like the mouth is open there. I'm really not someone that sees faces where there's not faces, but I really see something here, and I don't think it's just static. The fact it's moving and I can see the features still, I mean, it definitely feels like there's something there. Again, face. I mean, you can see that movement, and it's not just like glitching or anything. It's very clean. I think this is excellent. The only frustrating thing is I don't know what you can take from this. I don't know what we take from it. We know that they have planted hidden things as well. You know, there was the article. That's, I don't know if that's as clear as we're going to be able to get it, but you know, you can see that it kind of leans in. So, we know they've planted stuff like that article before, which was, you know, dreams slowly rising. And we were looking into that, and we were looking into that logo, and it turned out to be copyright-free, royalty-free stuff, you know. So this might be another little thing just to throw us off the scent. You know, this might be another thing that we spend ages on and don't really get anywhere. Or we do get somewhere and it's a bit disappointing. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I don't know how we go any further with it, but I wanted to bring it to your attention. And dude, this is amazing. I think you've done an amazing job. I've not seen anyone else talking about it, so I really get the impression that this is something that has not been found till now. So I think you've killed that, mate. So definitely worth a follow. See what else Jorge's going to be able to find. If we go down, right, we've got our next one now. This is one that's actually been said by a few people. But this was the first I saw. So this was 11 hours ago now, right? So a little while ago. So this is Geezer HD. Says, hey Daze, I wonder if the Cavebird shirt relates to something to do with the American Bank Center, where on June 17th, Raw is going to be held. I thought that was amazing. So I did a bit of digging, had a little look around, see what I could find. And unfortunately, I couldn't find any picture that matched, but I could see why we were talking about it and what Geezer HD had seen, right? Then in my emails, I got an email from Larry De Vincentis, right? Larry, shout out to you. He says, hi Daze, my name is Larry De Vincentis, and I saw your Nightbird video. I just want you to know that I live in Corpus Christi, which is where the June 17th Raw is going to be, and we've got a water fountain, we've got a water garden right next to the arena. And I think it looks pretty good, something for you to ponder. He also said in Latin, Corpus Christi means the body of Christ, which is just worth knowing, isn't it? And he sent some pictures. So let's have a look at these pictures, and you can have a look at this because I like this theory. So this is one of the images that's been sent through. This is right outside the arena where they're going to be on June 17th. You can see those jets of water shooting up. There's quite a few of them. And you can see it goes in like a circle as well. I think the circle is really exciting. Here, it's all illuminated blue. But could you imagine if this was illuminated red? And you've got all these jets of water that are shooting up. And I think what's important as well is you can see the jets of water in the distance as well. So it's not just these jets of water. It's not like one row. Because it's a circle, they're on the sides, they're at the back. So that's just worth bearing in mind, because when we look at the t-shirt that we're talking about, if you see at the bottom where it says, I set them free, if you just look above the free, inside the silhouette, you can see those jets of water, or at least we think they could be those jets of water, right? And again, if you look in the distance, it's quite dark then, right? Which could be this center bit. And then you can just make out that some little jets potentially in the distance. There's clearly a building as well, or something in the distance. Can't quite make it out. Obviously, there's a bit of distortion on this image. But yeah, I really don't mind this theory. I really, really do not mind this theory. We don't know at what angle the picture was taken, but I think that those jets of water, they feel quite similar to the jets that we've got here. So I think there's something to this. It's a theory that I really like. If we make this bigger, look, and like bring up this like big image, you can see the arena, and you can see where the fountain is, and you can see like all those jets, and you can see the little waterfall and everything. Imagine that, Red. It's a circle. I think it looks so good. Imagine if they've been showing us where this group is going to debut and they put it on a shirt. And like, imagine that. Imagine if it was there all along, because that shirt's been up since before King and Queen of the Ring. So they might have been telling us where this group's going to debut, like for a good few days now, but we just didn't know. But now, obviously, with that June 17th information, now we know. So I can't say 100% that it is. All I can tell you is that this is my favorite theory at the moment. So just something for you to keep in mind and mull over. But I want to shout out Geezer. I want to shout out Larry. I want to shout out Shadow as well, who also sent this over about half an hour or so ago. I just happened to like catch my latest tweets, and Shadow also shouting about this. So I think this is a theory that's going to really gain some traction. Then we've got our next one, right? This is going to get a little bit difficult to explain. This is going to get a little bit complicated, to be honest, right? I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible. So shout out to Michael Retro. Michael Retro, right, has got a long thread of stuff, and a lot of it is stuff that we've already spoken about. But the one that really caught my mind was this. So the therapist, right, in the Twitch stream, the hour-long Twitch stream, she asks, we think Uncle Howdy, I don't think it was Uncle Howdy, I think it was Bo that was sat there, but she asks Bo some questions, right? He then writes down the answers, and she goes and leaves the room. So she goes and leaves the room. When she comes back, she reads what he has written. And she's reading them. And I think the last question is, how can I help you? And he says, just wait and see, or wait and watch, right? And so, like, that's a bit of a cliffhanger, and we still don't know what's happened to her. But after she's read that, she turns the page and she looks, and she finds some extra writing that doesn't appear to be an answer to a question, and she reads it. And what she reads is, he lives there, and you can't find him unless you want to find him, right? Didn't really think too much about it at the time. But now, in retrospect, it's quite interesting, or even more interesting, because if we make this form, we go here, right? Click on page 7. That thing is written in the journal. This, you might remember, is the journal. We think this was Bray's journal when he was a kid. That explains why the writing is, you know, a bit childlike. And we believe that this is when, like, Uncle Howdy was coming to him in a dream, right? Could have been Bo, could have been Bray. We still don't 100% know whose diary this was, whose journal this was. But we know this was written when they were young. And this is obviously what was put down. This is page 7 from the journal. And it says, he lives there and you can't find him unless he wants you to find him. So it's similar, but it's not identical. It's not exactly the same. Now, and I don't know why. So this is what's in the journal, right? What the therapist reads out, what was written in the therapist's book, is very similar, but not exactly the same. Here, it's you can't find him unless he wants you to find him. She reads, you can't find him unless you want to find him. And I don't know why that's different, but it's very interesting that something that was written in the therapy session, the hour-long therapy session, then featured in the journal from when they were young. Slight different, very slight difference, but it's pretty much the same message, isn't it? So I think that is really interesting. I can't get my head around what it means. I can't get my head around how it kind of fits into the story. Can't get my head around why there's that little difference. But, I mean, what an amazing job to go back, watch that therapy session, go through the journal, see what matches up, find this connection, you know? Just brilliant. All these little, I mean, it really is. We're getting to the stage now where it's like, do you know what I mean? We've got all the pictures on the wall. We've got the string attaching to this, and that attaches to that. We are very much there now, right? We are very much there. But I thought that you would find that very interesting, the fact that this was in the journal, and it's kind of what the therapist reads. And as I said, I think the fact that it just came out of nowhere, she'd left the questions, he'd answered them. She turns the page, and he's written this extra bit. This extra bit has been written. And also she goes, what's this? Who's this? And there's like another bit that he's written, which I think was all the Plutos, to be honest. I think that's what he had done as well. So very interesting to go back and look at those old ones and see if there's any connections can be made. But again, quite frustrating that I can't sit here and tell you what we can take from it, you know? So that was that. Big shout out to Michael. Amazing work, right? This is the fun one, right? This is the one that I thought it was fun, but now I'm not so sure. Now I'm a bit worried about it, but let's show it you all the same. If we scooch this over, right, and go up. So I uploaded this 3-minute video, right? It's basically like a fun little moment of me just going through the moment that's from the King and Queen of the Ring stream, 3 minutes where we look at the video for the first time. And I do the accent. I wonder if I can, it's probably at the start. We've got connected. Here we go. Connected. Oh, little Pluto in the corner. How you doing? That's binary, which I've been told is for hello and for Rainerius. There's the bride. I love the bride. There's the car driving. And this was sick. I love this game. I don't think it matters that it's Bailey and Bianca, does it, that's playing the game. I love... It sounds... The person sounds Irish, don't they?
I love this game.
I love this game. I love this game.
I love this game.
I wonder if... So, I've just played you that bit there, right? And here, look, Cole actually tagged Nikki Cross's husband in it, right? Killian Dain. Killian Dain responded, not even close to my accent, right? Now, I took that as him saying my impression was not even close to his accent, right? So my first response was to actually quote tweet this with a laughing emoji and a thumbs up, like, you know, oh my God, yeah, I can't believe you've seen it, blah, 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 thumbs up, very good. And then it dawned on me, I was like, hang on, what's he actually saying here? No one said that it's his accent. I've only said it's an Irish accent. So is he actually responding to Cole? Is Cole kind of saying, this is who I think it is, right? I took it that he was laughing at my impression. That's what I took it as. But actually, in retrospect, I'm thinking Cole has tagged him in this clip. He might not even have watched the clip, but he might have had a lot of people getting in touch with him going, is it you, is it you, is it you? And he's responded saying it's not even close to my accent. So now I'm actually thinking he doesn't hate my impression. If anything, I'm going on record to say I think he actually loves my impression. That's what I'm thinking, right? And I think that actually he's coming out and distancing himself. He's going, that's not even close to how I sound, right? Which I don't think's true, because we have seen some footage of him talking compared to the person talking, and it is actually very close to his accent, right? It's very close, thank you. So I am going to take this as not a personal diss. I think he actually absolutely loves my impression. I think he's just trying to distance himself from it. But how mental anyway that we heard from Killian Dain as a part of this. So Cole, excellent work, my friends. Excellent work. Again, not a great deal we can take from it other than he is denying that he was a part of it. So there we go. I thought you'd find that interesting. Right, so that was that. Let's blast down, shall we? The other bits that we have, because there is still some really good stuff here. A fair bit. So Ratchet said QR code placement for Raw might be during a New Day segment. And that's because we did get... on the 30th of July in Georgia, we got Roman versus Seth versus AJ. We also got the Wyatt family versus the New Day in a 6-man tag match, right? If we go over, New Day defeated the Wyatts, blah, 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 blah. I actually don't know where we are. I don't know where this show is coming from. I can have a quick look. WWE.com should be able to tell me, unless it's still talking about King and Queen of the Ring, which it is. Let's go WWE Raw. WWE Raw, it is 5/27. So this is coming from... Let's click on this. This is coming from... somewhere. Somewhere, but no one wants to tell me. Are you going to tell me where you're coming from? Where the flip are you coming from? It's coming from Savannah. There we go. So that's why. I never thought to check that, right? And I was just sat here going, why? How does it connect? So in the past, the New Day beat the Wyatts in this venue, right? In Savannah. So we are once again in Savannah, Georgia. That's how it connects. Got there. Ratchet, shout out to you. King Joker said, could the I found my journal star in the QR be referring to the North Star, which would be Bray? I really like that. I thought that was really good. Colin said, I was looking at Aleister Black's tattoos, and on his back he's got Lilith. What interests me in Lilith was the first wife of Adam, right? But also a fallen angel goddess of independence and female empowerment. This could be Alexa's new character. So I believe that Lily the doll is based on Lilith. So, yeah, I do think it's quite interesting. She was banished from the Garden of Eden, and she's quite dark. So, yeah, definitely something to be aware of. But as I said, I think we've already used it with Lily. I think we've kind of already leaned into that one. So, don't know that that'll go to Alexa, but definitely something to be aware of for newer fans. Wrestle Rian said, patience is the road to wisdom is a quote from author Ko Kalia Yang, The Late Homecomer, a book on finding a sense of belonging in a returning homeland that has some parallels to Howdy and Wyatt 6. It can't just be a coincidence. So this quote here comes from this here, and apparently there are parallels and connections to the Wyatt 6. So, Wrestle Rian, brilliant work once again, as always. Erase Your Mind said, I believe the song Shatter had to do with kintsugi between brothers, the red and the blue with the gold. That's interesting, isn't it? So, that is true. So, we did see like a lot of these red and blue lights. And here, look, we've got red and blue and then gold. I mean, kintsugi is where you repair broken pottery with, like, gold. And so this is quite interesting. I agree. The colours that they've chosen are quite interesting. So, Erase Your Mind, shout out to you. There's the Killian Dain one. There's the Michael one. So here, Ratchet said, could this be a thread to pull? So here we've got Albany. I believe this is the 31st. So something like that. I think that this is a Raw that's coming up. They're going to be a Raw or a SmackDown. They're going to be at Albany, New York. I don't think that much or anything is going to happen special there. I know that we've been talking about the Statue of Liberty and everything, but I really think that connects to the date of June 17th. So I don't think that New York, when we go to New York, is going to be the big reveal or anything like that. I think we're going to Madison Square Garden soon as well. I don't think anything's going to happen there. Well, it could do. Actually, I think that's after June 17th, to be honest. But my point is, for me, I'm dialed in on June 17th. I really am dialed in. And certainly with the water fountain feature that we've looked at as well. But here, look, there's a North Star therapy and wellness place. We know that North Star was the name of one of the, I think, files. So, yeah, definitely a link. Definitely something to be aware of. But I'm not expecting anything personally other than QR codes and stuff till we get to June 17th. Richard said Jackal MD could possibly be Doc Jackal on Reddit. He made a comment about it, but I'm not 100%. I really like that. So there is a Doc Jackal on Reddit, and obviously MD is Doctor of Medicine. So I don't know if you've noticed, but they've been quite cryptic when they've been like highlighting content creators or real people. Like there's been a few times where you've gone, could that be a reference to someone? So I wouldn't be surprised if instead of writing Doc Jackal, instead of just writing that, they've just gone Jackal MD, because MD is a doctor of medicine. That would make this person Dr. Jackal or Doc Jackal. So I really do like that. And if they've been talking about NIGHTBIRD anyway, like theories and all that kind of stuff, we've been seeing them like tipping their hat to people, you know. So I really like that. For me, that's probably the front runner for what Jackal MD actually is all about. Right, Corpus Christi, the Wyatt family, Bray and Randy confronted Cena. This led up to the Elimination Chamber match where Bray won his first WWE Championship. So again, a little bit of history there. Corpus Christi were there on June 17th. And there's a little bit of history with Bray in that building. Crimson said the lost signal sound played 6 times before the video ended. So Crimson, shout out to you. Very good. Right, David said Big Damo or Killian Dain, our friend, loves my impression of him, is taking bookings until June 16th. Obviously, the day before June 17th. Could he possibly be involved somehow? They might bring him in to try and rescue Nikki. Well, I don't know. Well, they could further down the road. I don't know that he'll be involved other than maybe just helping as a part of, you know, what we saw the other day. But that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Or perhaps he just wants to be there for her big return. He doesn't want to book him when she's going to make her big debut. So he wants to be free that day. So there we go. He is taking bookings till June 16th. Interesting. Right. I believe that Alexa is Persephone. Don't know what that is. Who was abducted by Pluto. The Plutonian cave had rituals. Persephone became queen of the underworld. Her return to the surface was seen as an embodiment of spring or rebirth. Really like that. So Johnny Childo, shout out to you. I think that's a thread that I think might be worth having a little look at. So I really like that. Frame Figures said the red writing on the floppy disk, right? We spoke about this the other day. Could be Dakar. I'm blind as hell, but that's what came to mind when you brought it up in the video. Thanks for the shout out. Frame Figures, shout out to you, my friend, again. Love it. Right, here is Sarkazamatma. Says, I don't know if this has been explored, but here's a theory between Pluto and Raven, which could be the Nightbird, right? So let's go full screen on this one. Full screen, where are you? There you are. So in the mythological narrative, Raven, the Nightbird, is a wise and mysterious creature known for navigating between the realms of the living and the dead. Drawn by the secrets of the underworld, Raven descends into Pluto's domain. Impressed by Raven's abilities and understanding, Pluto, the god of the underworld, forms an alliance with him/her. Raven aids in guiding lost souls through the darkness of the underworld, using her nocturnal vision and wisdom. In return, Pluto grants Raven knowledge of the underworld's hidden treasures and mysteries. This partnership highlights Raven as a mediator between life and death, light and darkness, bridging the two realms with her unique perspective. So there we go, man. Love that. Love that. And there's Brady at the side as well saying Nightbird equals Alexa, Pluto equals Bo. So, right, let's go off that. I thought that was brilliant. I thought you'd enjoy that as well. Right, I love this from Erase Your Mind. So Erase Your Mind drew a different kind of layout of all of those coordinates. And apparently this looks very similar to the Little Dipper. I've looked at pictures and this bit does, but it doesn't kind of go up here. I suppose you don't have to draw this line because you're right, that might be the North Star. Right, that could be the North Star, which we think is obviously connected to the Little Dipper, but also is maybe Bray. They are being guided by Bray. So these are the coordinates of Rhaenyraeus. Follow the red ways of Bray. North Star, Bray. I just really liked it. I mean, it's really hard to know what these coordinates are all about. I've had lots of theories, but I want to know what these exact places are all about. Why these exact places? You know, if it was just to get the first letter to spell Rhaenyra, you could have had anything. You could have had anything. They're not just going to pick anything. You might as well choose places that have some purpose, some meaning. And so, you know, that obviously led to this constellation theory, which I do like. And I think Erasure Mine has done a great job there. Right, oh yes, we obviously had this in the video earlier. Riv pointed out that this apparently is from like 6 years ago, so unfortunately it's not a new mask. It's not a new mask. It's one that he's got loads of sheep's masks apparently. He's got a whole collection of them, which you probably would if you was Rowan, thinking about it. So unfortunately not a new mask, but it still doesn't mean that we won't be seeing it at some point. It was very, very cool. Giza HD, we looked at that. Oh, I like this from Nick, and I did look into a couple, and it did fit. I didn't get a chance to look into all of them, but the coordinates on the map, the towns were originally founded by Native American tribes, as was Scotland with its clans. So apparently all of those towns were founded by Native American tribes. I don't know if that's why they would choose those places, but if that is a link that links them all, it's very interesting. The Ring said, just curious, don't know why this changed colour. And we do know that colour, there's been a big theory that colours, different colours might relate to different people. Just like how red, the words of the red, is Bray Wyatt, right? There is a theory that colours could also relate to others. So could it be that this is Howdy trying to get through to Nikki, and he finally gets through, and then that's when, you know, we are in and we're in her house then. So could this be a Howdy colour? Could that be a Nikki colour? Might not be. Just might be there to show that we have now connected. But again, it's worth questioning these things. NS Mommy, shout out to you. I think NS Mommy was the first one that came through with the idea of it being water fountains. So amazing. Look at this. It's not a bride. Illuminati equals LDS community, where women have to wear white and a veil whilst in the temple. And that's really interesting because there's loads of candles around this person. So she might not be a bride, right? There is theories that she's a sister or something. And that, you know, this kind of ties in, like it's a religious thing. Not, I suppose a bride is a religious thing as well, but it's not that she's getting married, right? That place is a temple, and Bo is a high priest who bids for Jesus, brackets Bray. Just like Plato's philosophy, a cave isn't simply just a cave. Don't understand this last bit, but I do like that she's maybe not a bride. It's not that kind of a ceremony, you know. Nick said, I just noticed that the notes sent today could be written by two different hands. The top part could be written by Bo because it's a little nicer. The under part by Howdy. I like that. I think it's the second note that like talks of it's got like something quite nice, that phrase that we looked at, and then it does get more angry and it seems to get a little bit, so it could be that Bo started and as he was writing he got angry and it turned into Howdy. I thought that was good. This is really good. I've retweeted this because there's so much to this, right? So Kaylin said the QR code last night and other images of the veiled woman, they look like Nikki. Veiled Druid cross. Her dark hair, hand and ring, they match. Also, the sound in the call when the bird shows matches Howdy's song. The house doesn't match Nikki's. The smile matches Bo's. But is that a piercing? So here, Kaylin thinks that this is this and is questioning, is that maybe a piercing or something there? I don't know. I haven't heard this one. Ah, very good. Very good. This one kept stopping for me before, so hopefully it doesn't now. But here's just running through, like, comparing the hands. And comparing the hands to Nikki there. You can see Nikki's hands. I think it's really I think it's really tricky, to be honest, to... she's saying, look, there's top of the head. That's where the hair ends. And we do know the hair is black as well. We do know the hair is black. I mean, Nikki being the bride has been a theory that has been very well received. It's just that the Alexa theory has obviously gained a bit of traction. So Kaylin standing her ground that the bride is Nikki. I'm not sure about this bit, to be honest with you. But I do think it's Bo. But I'm not sure that they're the same. But we go into the sofa now, and here's where Kaylin casts doubt that this was Nikki's place. So, looking at the tile floors, looking at that flooring. White rug, fluffy rug. So, she's done brilliant research here. If you really want to dig into this, I would say, obviously go to Kaylin's Twitter, but I have retweeted it as well. So, excellent. Here, 321 Screws said, Daze, I found this book through Google Reads. After reading the description, I think it fits well. So here, we've got Veiled Red. We know Veiled Druid. Druid can be translated to red, I think, in Dutch. So it does fit. And this is quite good, actually. A wound to the heart. A hole so deep, can it be fixed or simply replaced? People lie. Those closest to me tell the most lies. Do they not know who I am? What I'm capable of? Sometimes I wonder if they do. Because when I unravel their lies, they will be delivered to the hell I once visited. I agree. Themes very strong. Like, those could be the words of Uncle Howdy. So, 321, I thought that was really good. Here's Lee. Lee says that this proverb 133 believes it's this, but whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil. So proverb 133. I've seen people saying it's proverb 13:3, and now Lee's saying no, I think it's proverb 133. So that obviously coming from the latest update in the journal. That update only dropped yesterday, but it was titled Prov 133 and Prov 155. So we don't quite know which ones it is, but Lee thinks it might be this one. Ratchet said Bianca is clearly a target. The whole thing is about remembering everything that was forgotten. Alexa has not forgotten. She will destroy Bianca and Jade's friendship. So there was an interruption there early on in Nightbirds whilst Jade and Bianca were in the ring. Here there's Bianca. There is the bride, right? There's Bianca. The game. Bianca was, in that game. And obviously we know that they crossed paths before. So, is Alexa targeting Bianca? Something to think about. This was the other one, and I think this one has been agreed on, actually. 15:5. Only a fool despises a parent's discipline. Whoever learns from correction is wise. That could be, that could fit. That could fit. So 15:5, and the other one that Lee sent was 133. But I'm sure I've been sent 13:3, and also I've been sent 155. So again, it's just hard to know which ones those proverbs were, but those are the ones that Lee thinks they are. Here's Percy. Percy says that he thinks this is Alexa. He's claiming here that there's a picture. I think this was from April 29th. He thinks you can see through to the light behind it, suggesting the hair is relatively short. And he's just pointing out that Alexa had relatively short hair. So Percy under the impression. So you've got all these rival thoughts just really muddy in the waters, Here's Janie. I retweeted this. Janie said cult theory info. So she's gone down and found that all these places have cults, right? I don't know that it is specifically like Erlanger or specifically a Wraith drum, but it's like Idaho, New Jersey, Wisconsin, blah, 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 blah. Some of them I think are specific though. It's a really good read, so I would say go and check Janie out, right? But I have retweeted it. Right here, TJM Dub 2007 said another thing that happened on June 17th. Bray's message, follow the leader. Just like now, we're following Uncle Howdy. So that was from a Firefly Funhouse, June 17th. Good find. That was the first thing we looked at. Here's Shadow, who said, at the end of the video, you can hear the phone being dialed again. And it is true. As soon as that video ends from King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring, you can just hear another dial being done. So is he now moving on to his next call, right? That's messed up. Uncle Howdy moving on to the next call. Interesting. And this is our last one. Ollie said, not sure if it's been brought up, but if you look at the left eye, it looks like there's a letter H. Could mean anything. I have had people telling me that they can see a H, they can see an O in that eye. I don't know where someone said there was like a W, but no, I think they were saying there's a H, there's an E, there's a L, like there's the O. People saying they can see hello, potentially. I don't know about that, to be honest. I mean, I can see that as a H in the eye. I can see that. So, yeah, I mean, could that be Howdy in the eye? Don't know. H for Howdy, maybe? Don't know. But what I do know is this video went way longer than I wanted. I hope you enjoyed the 3 things at the start. The Killian Dain thing I thought was really interesting, and then just loads of thoughts and theories. And I just, I get sent so much. I just want to find what I think is the most interesting and then just throw it at you and, see what sticks. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this. I didn't plan on making it today, to be honest. I was going to just wait for Raw, but I think there's some really good stuff in here and I wanted to get this out as a result. So thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate all of the support, and I'll see you later for Raw when I'm sure we're going to get another QR code. Bye for now.